an entrance. That was wicked. That was dope. We need a mic. We need a mic. Thank you. Here you go, Mr. Cruz.
Hey, everybody.
That was so wicked.
This is a party. This is
Audience,
a party.
did you love that or what? That was so cool. It's like a club.
I actually pulled a hamstring. And you guys,
No, you didn't.
oh my
You're probably
God.
the most
Oh,
fittest
I'm in
person on the
pain.
planet. No, you didn't. No, you
kidding,
didn't.
I'm kidding.
Oh, man, thank you for being here.
Wow, this is awesome.
Can I just say that, so earlier today, I had such a cool opportunity to go out to lunch with you, Caitlin and Jermaine.
Yes.
And I thought that was so cool, because I've never actually interviewed anybody who said, you know what, I want to sit down with you. I want to get to know you before we actually talk. So I thank you for being so generous with your time.
Oh, it's awesome.
And everybody here has been saying the same thing. You're such a good guy. He's not fake. No, but he's not.
No, well,
you are who you are.
This is why I wrote the book, you know, because people would say, oh, he's such a good guy. And my wife would roll her eyes like, okay. And I was like, I got to bust this bubble. I got to bust this bubble, okay?
Yeah.
But
no, but
thank
you're such a good guy. But we'll talk about the book. We're here to talk about the book.
Yes.
And I really, really enjoyed the book. And I told you before that there's so many things that I identified with in the book. And the book is called Manhood. If you don't have it, pick it up. It's a great read. And I just wanted to read a little bit from the book. In the prologue, you write, I was selfish in every way possible, a brute to my wife and a tyrant to my kids. And then you continue and you say, I was the classic type A, alpha male to the core, a strong athletic competitor who used all of the charm and wit at my disposal to manipulate family, friends, coworkers, and everyone around me into giving me exactly what I wanted. If they didn't, I was going to get them back one way or another. And then you write, thinking that this is what manhood is, being scared to death but never admitting it. How did you come to have this definition of manhood?
Wow. Man, when I say, that quote was really apropos to what we're talking about right now, because I got to start that by saying, and I've been saying this all weekend, and I just want to repeat it. What happens with men is that, I'm going to use an athletic kind of reference, but men become their wins, okay? When I say you become your wins, it's if you're undefeated or you're winning games and you're doing good and you're all this, and all of a sudden, you're a winner. You are deemed a winner. They give you the trophy. They give you the ring. They give you the whole deal. And all of a sudden, the world is yours. You're the king. You're the one everyone wants to be. You're the winner. You're the man. You become that. And the problem is that you believe, most men believe, that they are better than everyone else as a human being. Now, what I'm saying is, not that you're better at your sport, not that you're better at what you do. You are better as a human being. And this is the problem, okay? Because when you become your wins, you inevitably have to become your losses. This is the truth. When that is the rule in your life, you inevitably have to be your losses too. You have to be your failures. And now, this is the truth. And this took me years to understand. The fact is that when you become your failures, you are a failure. When you become your mistakes, you are a mistake. And you have to understand, this is how men think. Those of you women out here, this is how you can understand a man very quickly. And this is why the pride is so deep. And the pride is so ingrained. Because when you win, you are that. The problem is, when you win, you become better than everybody. And you look down at everyone else. And now I'm the one. And you know what? Because now I'm the one, I deserve the beautiful girl. I deserve her as my trophy. I deserve her even if she doesn't want to come along. In fact, I'm going to take it. This is how men think. And now, when you are your losses, when I am my failures, I am my disappointments, now I'm going to get back at the world and I'm going to kill everybody in the room. This is the problem. And when I had to wake up. And the statement that hit me more than any other statement in years was that nothing anyone could ever do to you, nothing anyone could ever say to you, nothing, no lie anyone has ever told you could ever diminish your worth as a human being. Now, I didn't get that. I didn't know that. You listen, there are 7 billion wonders on the earth, and that's you. 7 billion wonders, 7 billion amazing things. And what happened was, I thought I was my wins. I thought that my value was in what I did. This is why it's so important to men about what they do. And it's like, and what happens is you buy into this, and it's a lie. And I tell a lot of people this. This is like, imagine if you had a $100 bill, and you take this $100 bill, and you hold it up, and you throw it on the ground, you step on it, you make it all dirty, you put it through sewage, you put it in a toilet, you pick it up, it's dirty, it's nasty, you abuse the $100 bill, you crumble it up, and you open it up, rip it a little bit. How much is that $100 bill worth?
Still $100.
It's worth $100.
Yeah.
What if you looked at the $100 bill and you lied to it and you told it, you're only worth $5? Is that true?
No.
I realized that $100 bill was representative of me. That $100 bill is representative of you. Every person on the earth. Nothing can ever diminish your worth. Nothing you've ever been through. No lie, no dirt, no junk. But see, this is the thing. People manipulate that. I manipulated that.
So you manipulated your family.
Through manipulate. This is what the statement is. I learned how to manipulate that. And what happens is there's a lot of people who get paid making sure you don't know that. There's a lot of people who earn a living making sure you never quite think you're all that. That you never quite realize who you are. And that's what blew, and men, you know, a perfect example. You will go into an audition, this is Hollywood. You go into an audition and they go, hey, Terry, can you levitate? And I go, well, I don't know. You know, Brad Pitt can levitate. You do know that, right? And then you go, well, okay, I'll try. I'll try to levitate. I don't know. And you're sitting there, and then you know what they do? They go, whoa, no, that's okay. That's okay, you can't do it. Uh-oh.
They planted the seed.
The pride. And then you go, well, but I'll try. I'll go home. And can I go outside and come back in and try it again? And then what happens is guys do that to each other all the time. Guys say, hey, man, I dare you want to jump off this cliff. I bet you I will. I bet you won't. And then all of a sudden, two people, and then a woman has to come around, and a lady has to say, hey, this is stupid. Guys, stop. This is dumb. Don't do it. And I have to say, I was the guy who, when I became my wife, I had a performance-based family. If you didn't do enough, I would not give you any love. If you didn't do what I wanted you to do, or feel like the way I wanted you to feel, or we go to a theme park, I was like, everybody should be happy. Now. And the kids are like, You know what? And it was miserable living with me. It was miserable. But I felt I'm a man. It's my responsibility to run my house. You know why? Because I truly believed I was worth more than my wife and kids. That's the sad part about it. And it's sad. It was horrible. Living with me, when I look back, I'm going to tell you, I told her that I look at videos of the way I used to speak to my family. And I have my oldest daughter is 27 years old. I have 5 kids, 27, 23, 16, 11, and 9. The 9-year-old's a boy. The first 2, I mean, I couldn't believe the way I spoke to them. I was like, shut up, shut up. I treated her like she wasn't human. I treated her bad. When I see this video, I call her and I tell her I'm sorry. I call her and I text her and I apologize. And I keep apologizing because I gotta make amends. I gotta fix this. And I'm telling you, when I say I got it, and I realize the pain, when I see myself through the eyes of my family, it hurts. It hurts because that pride, that manliness, the hypermasculinity is a myth. It's a lie. It doesn't exist. It's a movie. It's not real. But manhood, true manhood, is beautiful. It's admitting you have a problem. It's admitting that you need help. It's the desire of every person is to have intimacy. It's for a person to know you for who you are and still love you. That's all any person wants. Every man is looking for that. But the problem is you tied into manhood, you tied into that hyper masculinity image, which does not allow you to show people who you really are. So you can't be intimate. How can you be, there's no safe intimacy. There's no such thing. You are instantly vulnerable. The moment you let somebody in, the moment you tell your story. When I told my book, I was immediately vulnerable because they know my story. I don't know yours, you know mine. But but once you get out there, now that egg is cracked. And now you begin to see things as they really, really are. And I'm sorry, I probably just, there were probably more questions and more things.
No.
I can't help but just speak from the heart. And my thing was, once I saw that my value was not in what I did, now the problem, but see, and this is the big issue, because when I'm going to help you understand men. Men respect success. We do. If you could have the key to the universe, and if we see you unloading a truck, we're not going to hear you. It's wild, but that's the way men think. But if you're in a high rise and you're in a penthouse and you have all this stuff, you could be Charles Manson, and people will say, wow, how do I get like that? Because there's many a psychopath that run in the company. I'll be honest, I'm being really honest with you. I knew people, and you got to know, where I come from, in Flint, Michigan, there's a thing called pimp culture. Pimp culture is psychopathic culture. A psychopath is a pimp. A psychopath mirrors your emotions. He looks at you as if he cares. A pimp looks at you like, yeah, I get you, girl. I understand. I know what you mean. Yeah, in fact, I love you. Nobody gonna care about you like me. And it's fake. It's evil. It's impure. And it's a lie. And they suck you in. And the pimp culture tells you, you are worth more than everybody around you. In fact, you can own 10 girls. Own them. It's mind control. It's slavery. That's all it is. And what's happened is when you're talking about over the years, men have been, you've been conditioning people to accept this. There's songs we're listening to right now, and you're like, oh man, pimp, yeah, I'm a pimp. But the whole thing is you're setting up psychopaths. You're setting up a whole nation of people. Now, can I tell you something? And I want to be real. You know, I'm here to tell you we have good news today. I'm not here to tell you this is a sad day. It was sad, but it's not sad anymore. This is an optimistic day. This is a beautiful day because we're cracking that egg. We're cracking that egg. And let me tell you something. Women have been saying this forever. Women have been saying it forever. They've been marching in the streets. They've been taking it to the workplace. They've been doing the whole thing. But you know what? Until guys like me say it, it's not going to change. Yeah. I'm going to take it back to slavery. You can go back to slavery. A slave can be like, hey, man, you know what? It hurts being a slave. And you know what they say? Wow, that's great. Go back to work. Another slave can't help another slave. But what happened was great, good, Caucasian, white, and men abolitionists decided, hey, guys, this is wrong. People who were free stood up and said, this is wrong. And were able to help someone who was bound. You can't be bound and free yourself.